Let's go with Energize. I mean, the run is going fine. I don't need to get very precious about it. I basically won. It's just, I feel like I'm gonna take damage just because I'm running too fast. HushVox here, and today we have 10 minutes till dawn, a game by Flan. So this is a very, very interesting reverse bullet hell game, or twin stick shooter if you prefer. I like the other definition better just because of Vampire Survivors. This is currently a free version of a full version that is not yet out. It will be, I believe, soon, which is called 20 minutes until dawn. Okay, so in this case you have to survive for 10 minutes. The other game you'll have to survive, yeah, you guessed it, for 20 minutes. So it's a bit of more contained roguelite, but it's already very feature complete, and I kind of want to just get into the game and just explain as we go, because I already played a bunch of hours. I already played like 4 hours, which is a lot for a demo, to be honest. Again, I'll explain everything, but the first thing that I just want to say is that the art style is incredible. Everything is very minimalistic, and it has this Game Boy older palette, which is mostly like between yellow and green, but it does feature a lot of red, and the red is very, very well utilized to highlight certain things like your character, some dangerous projectiles, because things get a bit, you know, shit gets a bit chaotic. So currently I'm gonna play with Shana. Shana can reroll upgrades once per level, and she has 3 HP. This seems low, and it's because it is. HP totals in this game are very low. It's very easy to get killed, but you have a lot of control on the enemies. Overall, I think the game is fairly easy if you are taking the correct, or what you believe is the correct items, or I don't know, perks, I don't know what to call them. Currently, again, we're going with Shana, and I'm going to take the revolver, which is just a standard weapon. I'll explain things as we go. I do have more characters, but I'll explain them as I go. Also, as I said, a full version will be eventually upcoming, so not some of the things are locked, and they will remain locked, because again, this is just a demo. Okay, so actually play Shana. She looks fucking cool. Look, I'm a sucker for scarves. Don't ask me why. And here they come. First thing you're going to see is that everything is dark, and I think it works really, really well. So, unlike other bullet hell, reverse bullet hell games, you actually need to shoot. So you need to aim and shoot. The first thing that is going to be very, very apparent, that is actually very important, is you move slower when you shoot, which is important because sometimes there is a certain, you know, decision making in the game of, you know, sometimes I just want to maneuver. And when I do that, I'm not going to fire unless I have certain perks that make me faster. But usually this will not be the case. Alright, so I leveled up. Level ups are very, very fast. If I was playing normally, it would have been like 15 minutes. But again, I took some time to explain. And this is the level up screen. So you have 5 choices. I actually think Shana is maybe not a bad character, but her ability to reroll upgrades isn't super good. Because 5 choices is a lot. If you ever played other games, 5 choices is a ton. So let's see the sort of upgrades. In this game, a lot of the upgrades are very transformative. Some of them are just the standard, now you do more damage, alright. But some of them actually do some cool stuff, which is something that I'm very, very happy with the game. Not only that, but the characters that I'll explain later, characters and weapons. Alright, first one, Pyro Mage. Your bullets have 50% chance to inflict burn for 3 damage a second. So this seems terrible, but there are other perks that will synergize with burn, okay? So don't look at this in isolation. Keep in mind that you get a ton of level ups, like at least like 20 level ups until the 10 minutes are over, and way more even in the future full game. But for now, Pyromage, I'm gonna skip it. Just something before I move on to the other upgrades. Sometimes I might unlock something because I want the other perks. So this actually unlocks these 2 for the rotation. So Firestarter and Intense Burn. And then getting, I can't remember if it's just one or both of them, will actually unlock the final one. Okay, so a lot of times I'm not interested in the first in the first perk, but I am interested in another one that comes up later, so that's why I take it. So Pyromage, it's cool, but it's not for this character. I'll take it with another character that we'll play, which is Scarlet. So don't worry, you'll see Burn in this video. Now, light weaponry. Summon a magic dagger that sticks out nearby enemies. Magic dagger deals as much damage as your bullets. This is incredible. There's just a dagger that goes around kind of killing everything. This goes to a summon build, which you can actually make in this game. And again, I'm not going to do that with this character. You'll see it later. Power shot, just more damage and knockback. This is very, very good. So it's kind of hard to argue against this. There are a few weapons that don't function well with this, but it is a pretty good upgrade. I'll probably take that one. Quick hands also pretty good. Reload rate is a big DPS down while you are reloading, so more faster reload rate is a DPS up. So it doesn't seem like it adds more damage, but it does, and it keeps you more mobile because again it allows you to shoot more and, you know, control your reloads a little bit better. Fire rate plus 5%, also good. Ghost friend, again, this is for a summon build. It summons a ghost friend, which actually looks just a spermatozoid that shoots piercing bullets for 22 damage, which is very interesting because I also shoot pierce. All right, so let's actually go with power shot. Pretty simple, but again, I just want to win at least the first run. Okay. So again, just more damage, pretty simple. You have to pick up the experience in the ground. Obviously, I'm killing them a bit closer to me. You don't have to go like very near. There is a certain, I don't know, area radius, like magnetic radius where you can actually pick up. And again, in this game, you have a lot of control about what you do. You see that I'm going very close to them and I'm still kind of okay, right? Things will get a bit more hectic, so don't think the game is super easy just because of that, but we'll see. Haste, very good. I really, really value movement speed in this game. Not just because of dodging, but also because you can pick up experience very fast and therefore like also snowball a little bit better. So I might actually take this. Let's see what is also on offer. Also fire rate plus 5. Electromage, every second shot calls down lightning to strike a nearby enemy for 22 damage. So this is mostly for a fast fire rate sort of gameplay. I don't have that. I guess currently the pistol is the fastest one, I believe, but I still think it's kind of whatever because it doesn't actually trigger towards enemies in a way that clears the area around you. Okay, so I guess that will make a bit more sense later. So rapid fire, just straight up rapid fire, very, very good. Just don't forget reload rate because then you'll spend a lot of time reloading. Splinter, this is very good. Enemies explode into 3 bullets when killed. These bullets deal 10% damage. This seems really low, but the real power of these sort of perks that just do like 10% damage but throw a bullet is application of statuses. And there is one that is super powerful, which is freeze, which I'll probably take in every run because I feel like it's super important to survive the ending. And then Ghost Friend, we already saw this. So let's actually just take movement speed. Again, I highly value movement speed. It allows me to really stay away from them. It's both defensive, but also... I wouldn't say it's offensive, but it allows me to reposition, which is something that I really like. So because you move slower when you are reloading, you kind of want to take advantage of that time to actually maneuver. So it's kind of whatever when I'm shooting, and then I take the advantage of the time when I'm reloading to go around them. I kind of want that experience, please. Also, you might have noticed these guys don't do anything other than try to get close to you, but you might have noticed there's a new type of enemy, which is just a big brain man. Einstein over here actually explodes when it gets near you or when you explode it. But one thing that I really like is that it damages other enemies, which makes a lot of decision making. Like sometimes I let them gather a little bit, or even 2 of the brain boys over there, so they can explain. Sorry, not I guess that would be fitting for a brain. They can explode in conjunction and just kill a bunch of enemies. And the game is filled with a lot of these small decisions that make the game way more engaging. When you play something like Vampire Survivors, you're just walking around, and other than don't get hit, you don't have a lot of decision making. I guess other than farming your build, obviously that's the big draw. But in gameplay, you don't have a lot of it. This game as both in build making but also in the action portion, so it's something that I really like, even though there aren't that many enemy types. We'll see a few of them coming up, but yeah. Right, rapid fire, we already saw. I'll probably take this one. I know I'm taking very boring like boring perks, but again, it's the first run. I just want to show you and explain a little bit. I don't want to think too much on the mechanics. Holy Shield actually is very nice. I usually take it on lower health characters, or if I am afraid of getting hit at the end. Holy Shield protects you from damage once. The Holy Shield regenerates every 2 minutes after breaking. This seems really low, but again, this can save your run. you only have 3 HP, and there are 2 other characters in a total of 4. 2 other characters only have 2, so don't dismiss this. It can be very important. Run and gun, one of my favorite perks. Walk speed plus 100%. Again, I really value movement speed, and this I can't tell. I think walk speed means when I'm shooting specifically. I might be wrong, but again, it makes it so it's almost the same thing, like just walking and shooting, which makes it so my DPS is way higher because I'm always shooting basically. Big shot, yeah, I'll take this one because again, it's big damage. I dislike the fact that these perks are in the game because I think they're just too good, and in almost every scenario there's a weapon that doesn't benefit from this, but most weapons benefit a lot from this. So bullet damage plus 45%, which is a lot. Bullet size also huge, plus 40%. This isn't super important. Usually you can hit the enemies fine, and I'm not very good at aiming, but apparently I'm enough to win the game. And then fire rate goes lower a little bit. I know this might seem bad, but again, it's so much damage, so almost always take it. And one of my favorite Frost Mage, your bullets have a 45% chance to inflict freeze for 3 seconds. This is incredible, especially when you get bouncing bullets or piercing bullets, and you'll see that later. Currently I'm not going to take it yet. It's still a bit early in the run, only 8 minutes. Boss enemies are only affected by freeze for 0.3 seconds, but again, this synergizes with other perks that are coming up later. So for now, I'll just take big shot and be boring. So I'm sorry if you wanted something else more exciting. Alright, so for example, here I let the guys gather, and actually I fuck it up because I shot him to the back, because I forget I had a lot of knockback on shot, but that's fine. Now these guys explode, and that guy explode, and I just got a bunch of experience. I mean, I didn't get it yet, but it's here on the ground. Oh. So you see how you can maneuver very quickly, because the guys don't have a set movement speed. Like, when you walk, when you shoot them back, they kind of go like, hold on, I need to get back. So it's really fun. Also, you might see these trees, they have an eye. It's kind of weird. I never saw a tree with an eye. So yeah, don't get close to them. They actually damage you. Blazing speed. Blazing speed, movement speed plus 10, but also you leave burn wherever you go, and you have like a burn aura around you, which is good, but I might actually take it, but not right now. It's not a priority, okay? Double shot, one of the most powerful perks in this game. It adds 1 more projectile, so I shoot 2 bullets every time. I actually only counts for 1, but I shoot 2 of them. With a spread of 15, I believe this is degrees. I'm not fully sure. I mean, there's no indication, but I believe that's the case. Bullet damage minus 10%, but again, it's 2 bullets, so it's 180% essentially. And this spread isn't a big deal, so I can still hit the guys, even though, you know, they are far apart. Electro Mage we already saw, Splinter we already saw, and again, I'll probably take this eventually, but... And then we have light weaponry, which is the magic daggers. But let's just go with double shot. Again, very powerful. And my damage just went through the roof because I basically have double damage. And again, this is one of those perks that I feel need a bit more balancing. If you want to do more bullets, you probably need, like, I wouldn't say 50%, even though that could have been good, because sometimes you want more bullets just to apply more statuses. Right? So even that would be useful, but again, I feel like this is a bit too powerful, but it's a demo, okay? The game is still being worked on, so don't be too rude on the game creator. So vitality, max HP plus 1. This doesn't seem much, but honestly, I take this a lot of times in the later end of the game when my build is kind of complete and I just want to survive. Also, very important, it's one of the few ones that unlocks a perk that makes you regen HP. So there's no way to actually regen HP other than perks from what I saw, and there's only 2 of them. One of them is with burn, the other one is with these 3, and it's the last one, so you have to invest a little bit before you get there. So sometimes I take this early if I got hit early. Splinter, again, we already saw. Holy Shield, Blazing Speed. Friend, I'm actually going to use reroll upgrades for the first time. Alright, Reaper rounds, really good. Bullet damage plus 15%, plus 1 to piercing. This means that it pierces the first enemy, but also if it kills an enemy, it pierces again. And this can go on. If it basically kills everyone in a row, it just goes until the end of the scream, which is very prominent, for example, for the crossbow, which is another weapon that is available, which does a lot of damage, but you only have one shot, so you have to keep reloading all the time. And I'll probably take a Brennan again. Yeah, I really like just being shooting all the time. So again, I think there is still a little bit of a speed down when you shoot, but it's very minimal, so it allows me to basically shoot almost all the time. And here is actually an elite enemy. The elite enemy spawns around 7 minutes. It doesn't do much currently. It just chases you, which is kind of I don't know, kind of boring, honestly. But it is very tanky, and it leaves a chest, and the chest is basically a free perk. Perk is completely random. It's not like a level up, but yeah, you can just take it or leave it. Usually I take it because it's free. Like, why wouldn't you take it? All right, quick hands, reload rate. I really enjoy reload rate. Again, speed, I think it's very important. Speed is really important. Actually, I might take Frost Mage. Let's take Frost Mage for now. So Frost Mage allows me to freeze certain enemies. Again, that is a boss monster. I call it elite because doesn't seem like much of a boss to me. But again, he only gets a little bit, but the other guys gets frozen for about 3 seconds, which is a lot. Okay, I can shoot while I move. I keep forgetting that. So you see, that guy is out of commission. You might be like, but that's not much. Like, that's not a big deal. Trust me, it will be much when my bullets pierce or they bounce around. It will make a big difference. It's actually, I think this perk is what keeps me alive at the end game for most of the runs, unless I have very high damage, which is not always the case. Sometimes you have burn, it's very high damage, but it takes a while to kill them, so they can still get around you. Right, Ice Shard. I kind of want to get into here to get into Shatter. This is Ice Shard shoots, whenever you shoot your last bullet, you shoot 3 additional ice shards that inflict freeze, so it's basically guaranteed freeze. I don't like this too much. The important part is that it will allow me eventually to get Shatter, which is very, very good, and I'll explain that when we get there. Boom. Boom. Get shot, get frozen. Imagine being shot but also being like cold as an ice cube. Must be pretty... That's embarrassing. So a little bit more circle. I feel like the game sometimes devolves a lot into me just going in circles, which I don't think it's a big deal. but yeah, it's a thing that exists, so just be aware of it. The shards, it's not stated there, but the shards actually seek out enemies, so sometimes they go away from me. They might not go just in front. I need experience. It's been a while since when you get close, they go like beep, 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 and they explode, so be careful with that. I want to take rubber bullets because it's one of the best. I saw rubber bullets here somewhere. No? Okay, maybe I missed it. I'll explain rubber bullets later. They basically bounce around. Okay. Right now I want Shatter. Shatter when enemies are affected by freeze. Explode when killed and deal damage to nearby enemies equal to 25%. So this is an amazing perk because it will actually enable chain reactions. Okay, and then I'll eventually take Splinter, and you'll see things happening that are very awkward. Okay, in a good way. In like, I'm enjoying this game. The game gets really, really fun when you get about this time, about 5 minutes. Especially because there will be another boss spawning, which I'm actually surprised that I'm still dealing with this boss. Okay, so at 5 minutes another boss spawns, which is the dinosaur boy. Let me just say that I'm not a big fan of its design, because when you have Eldritch, the Eldritch, team, the Eldritch Lovecraftian horror team, you can do so much more than just a fucked up dinosaur that charges at you. But hey, it is a thing. At least it has some mechanics. To dodge, you don't just shoot at them. If you just shoot, usually you get hit, so you have to be careful when you're shooting. But I don't, because I have very, very high movement speed. But that's not always a thing. So Splitfire shoots one additional bullet behind me, which again could be the most important part. Is that it will allow me to get Fusilla, which is one of the best perks in the game, in my opinion. It depends on... All of this depends on the weapon. So I'm just talking about general you have a weapon and it shoots and it does damage. There are some weapons that are a bit more different, okay? So actually one splinter, enemies explode into 3 bullets, and again, the main part of this is not so much for the damage, it's again to refresh the, as you can see there, do a bit of a chain reaction with the freeze because they explode and then they do damage to the other guys and then they explode to do the more damage, and you know, it's just a chain reaction. And I just went into the 3, amazing, my first damage in the game. So you might see a chest over there. The chest was actually dropped by the first enemy that we had, first boss, I guess. And again, it will just give me a random perk. I usually just take it because it's completely free. I want to take split fire. Rapid fire could also be good, but I want to take split fire because again, I want to unlock Fusillade, which is very important because the boss here, this boss, the dinosaur man, will actually drop a rune or a tome. Sorry, I believe it's called a tome, which I'll pick up, and it's important because I'll explain what happens, but I kind of want to have Fusillade by then, if possible. So let's go with split fire for now. Split fire, I don't think it's incredible, but yeah, all right. Max HP, pretty good. Take. Is it amazing? No. Is it usable? Yeah, definitely. So I'm happy for that, and I'm getting a bit constricted here. This barrier actually goes away in a little bit, even if you don't kill the boss. Sometimes I have a bit less damage, or I'm just focusing on killing the other enemies. Oops, and I got hit there again, which is pretty bad. Honestly, not playing at my best. And a new type of enemy is showing up now, which is an eyeball that shoots, I don't know, stuff. But again, very, very good, important decision from the dev to actually create, to actually make the bullets red, so you can actually see them in this whole like shit show that is happening. And I'm having some problems with DPS. I feel like I believe I took freeze too early. I probably could have waited a little bit more. Freeze will be very, very important at the end game, but that is only within the last like 2 minutes. All right. And you can see that the guys are already expanding a little bit. So this is a tome dropped by the boss, the dinosaur man. By the way, that's the last boss that we have. Until the end of the game, you just need to survive like normal minions, but they are going to scale up a lot. So we need to prepare for that. So what is a tome? Tome, there are currently 3 of them. I don't know if more will be added in the full version, but currently we always have these 3, I believe. One of them is Tome of Rage. Fire rate goes way up, spread goes way up, and I actually don't like this, and you have to be careful with the spread being this high. Okay, so it's not always a good thing to have this. Bullet damage goes down a little bit, but again, you're firing super fast. Knockback goes down to the point where it's non-existent, but then triple your base max ammo, which is incredible. So it would take me to 18 bullets. So you shoot very fast, and that's basically it. You don't do a lot of damage, but you shoot many bullets. Tome of Summoning. This is for summoning build, obviously. Summon damage plus 50%. Summon attack speed plus 50%. Reload speed minus 50%. So you're making your gun worse for your summons to be better. Okay? Which I'll try to use a build for this, but I think summon build is bad. So we might see it, but I probably won't win. I tried it a few times and I couldn't get it to work. When we get to 2 minutes, things get complicated. And then finally we have Tome of Power. Bullet damage plus 50, bullet size plus 100, so it's a chunky bullets. And then you do piercing, and fire rate, it goes a little bit low, and max HP also goes low, which honestly isn't a big deal because it just takes one of the, you know, empty hearts that we have, so we still keep the same current HP that we have. And we'll take Tome of Power for this case. Oh, I was distracted there. So as you can see, I just shoot a few times, but they hurt. And it's starting to get to the point where I kind of have to go inside the horde, which is not a great time, but you know, it's important. All right, so bullet damage plus 15. I'll probably take this one just to make my bullets go further. However, Frostbite could actually be good. So Frostbite is when an enemy is inflicted with freeze, they lose 25% of their max HP. So instantly, I'm doing just for applying the freeze, it's cut, like their HP is cut by 25. It's incredible. And then boss enemies only lose 1% of their max HP. But keep in mind, this is every time they get frozen, and they get frozen for only like 0.3 seconds. So yeah, it's not a big deal. There won't be any more bosses, but just so you know, it's a thing. Quick hands could also be good, but right now I think I just need firepower. So, oof, and so that's a good demonstration of the capacity of chaining in this game, and this is when the game actually starts getting fun. So Giant is an upgrade for the max HP perk. Max HP +2, character size way bigger, which is actually a negative. I don't know why it's not red. Basically it makes it so you get hit easier, and movement speed also goes down, so pretty big drawback, but it's not as bad because this will enable you to unlock regeneration, which is pretty good. Okay, so depending on the build you might want. Fanfire, whenever you shoot your last ammo, so whenever you empty a clip, you will shoot bullets all around you. They only do 15% damage, but again, as I told you, the important part is applying freeze or applying burn in some cases, which is not the case here, but it could have been. Holy shield, blazing speed, and light weaponry. I just want Fanfire for now. I could reroll, but honestly, it's okay. Again, I think Shana's reroll is not super powerful. This isn't Binding of Isaac. Okay, you have 5 choices, it's perfectly enough. You usually between these 5 choices, there's something you like or something you wouldn't mind taking it. And again, that's how it looks when I reload my weapon. Keep in mind that does very low damage, so it's impressive and it looks cool, but it's actually not that good, honestly. Alright, everything's dying. Amazing. One upgrade. I believe the piercing upgrade just took me to this. Obviously, it's not just that one upgrade, but that was the turning point. Quick hands. Probably want quick hands. Yeah, let's go with quick hands. Just fire faster rate of fire and a little bit more reload. Okay. So at 2 minutes, currently on 2:15. At 2 minutes, things will get a bit spicy. I'm perfectly okay with this build, so I'm not concerned. But if you don't have a build prepared by this time, you will die. And it's kind of easy. So I think the game is easy if you're not messing around with the upgrades too much. The game only becomes hard if you start like being cute with the upgrades. Like, I want to try a burn build. I mean, you can, but you still need freeze. So. Okay, hold on. Actually getting a bit turned. I actually, at a certain point, I actually want more guys around me than less, just because the chain reaction gets a bit higher. Rapid fire, this is great. Fusillade is amazing though. So basically this makes it so I get another projectile, and it also doubles my base projectile, which is 1, which means instead of 2 shots I'm firing 4. And yes, I do know that bullet damage is lower, but again, it's worth it. So Fusillade is amazing. So as you can see, things are pretty crazy. I'm a bit stressed with only having 1 HP, so I'll probably take an extra HP or Holy Shield. Okay, oh my, oh Jesus, oh Muriel. Armed and ready, reload rate and max ammo. This is good. But yeah, I want Frostbite in this case. So Frostbite is going to make my freeze even more incredible. And again, the game gets amazing at this point. I'm sad that the game ends by now. But you know, if you want more, I guess buy the full game. so the developer was successful here. I want rapid fire, but I kind of want Holy Shield just to tie me over, just to make sure that I finish the run. Right? And again, Holy Shield, a lot of times I take it. Holy Shield or the max HP perk, just because it's kind of nice to just have a guarantee that things will be okay, just in life. You don't have to stress about life. Whatever is going on, you know, just chill a little bit. It's not that bad. It's not as bad as you think. Okay, so almost done. This really isn't displaying how chaotic this last part is. You're usually very like claustrophobic here in the middle, like a lot of guys around, but I'm killing them very fast, so I'm not letting them gather. I'm only showing you by now the new perks that are showing up, just so you know. Divine Blessing, increase reload rate and movement speed by 25 while Holy Shield is active. This is amazing, but I feel like it's very bad because it only works while Holy Shield is available, and if it goes down, basically you waste like these 2 upgrades, which are pretty good. But yeah, I think they should make it so it's like it's stronger when Holy Shield is available, but when it's not, you know, you still have a little bit. Just doing, I would take it in that case. I'm actually going to take it, but it's just because, actually, you know what, let's reroll. Rapid fire, yeah, that's good. With rapid fire. These trees are very annoying. I know they're not, they're just standing there, menacing, looking at me. But they are annoying because they're, I don't know, I just, sometimes they obscure enemies. And I'm like, oh, it's just a tree, and then enemies are showing up behind. Sometimes they block the bullets. So even though it's a basic enemy, it's kind of annoying. Alright, what to take now? I can take whatever. I guess I'll take fresh clip. It is actually, sorry, I didn't explain this one, or light bullets. Reload rate plus 5% and increase bullet damage by 40% for the first second after reloading. This isn't amazing for my build because I have low shot fire rate. But when you have like faster fire rate, or you have weapons with lower ammo count, like for example the crossbow, which only has one ammo, one bolt, this is amazing. Light bullets, I'll take this one. Fire rate plus 15, max ammo plus 1, and bullet speed plus 15. Speed is just the speed of the bullet, so don't get too excited about that. Right. So we're probably done. No boss will show up, which is actually kind of disappointing. The bosses are kind of whatever, and the last one is at 5 minutes. All right, pretty fun. This is fun. I really enjoy this. At the end, I'm sad that the game ends. I wish I could. There was like an endless. But again, I think that's what they want you to buy the other one. I'll just take anger point. I didn't explain anger point policy. So bullet damage and fire rate goes up to 50% when you get hit. I think this is terrible because you don't want to get hit, and you don't want perks that will incentivize you to get hit. This bonus lasts for 50 seconds, which is very substantial. But again, it's you don't want to get hit. So, let's go with armament ready. Reload rate. Again, there's 1 second, so doesn't matter. Pew! And we did it. We survived, guys. Wow. And this is a typical run. So 10 minutes. Obviously, you take a little bit more longer. I took way longer because I was explaining the game. But I am very, very happy with this game. I'm really excited about the full version. Let's try another build and another character. I want to show maybe a build per character. So let me show the other characters because before I was just trying to get into the game just to show you. First of all, we have Diamond. She starts with very high HP of 6. Good character, but it's kind of boring. I think this is a strict upgrade to Shana because, again, this reroll upgrades is not super important, at least for now. So I highly prefer 6. It just allows me to be way more aggressive, which is good because I'll be using the shotgun, which is my favorite weapon in this fucking game, and usually in most games, to be honest. Afterwards, I'll just show you all of the characters and weapons for now, but I'll be playing with Diamond. Scarlet, 2 HP, very, very low, but every third shot, she throws out a wave of fire that burns enemies for damage per second. Second little typo there. And also, she has a piercing. Wow, she must be punk. Cool. This goes very well with the flame cannon. Bullets burn enemies for 3 damage per second, but they do abysmal damage. But again, the important part is that you apply burn to everything, and there are ways of playing with burn. I'll explain this later. And then finally we have Hina, which also has very low HP. She has right click to summon a shadow clone that attacks nearby enemies. The shadow clone deals damage equal to your bullet damage. This is pretty overpowered, but the most important part is not shown here, which is she dashes when she does the clone. She does a little dash, and it has like about 1 or 2 seconds cooldown. So no other character has this. That being said, I usually lose because I usually pair her up with the crossbow and a summon build, and I think summon builds are a bit weak. But it's not the fault of Hina. It's just you know, it's the weapon that is left when I get to Hina, I guess. Okay, I could just, you know, take a revolver or a crossbow, and that would work just fine. More the revolver, honestly. All right, so let's play with Diamond and with a shotgun. Sorry, I'll just show you the last weapon, which would be the crossbow. Does a lot of damage, but only has 1 ammo. Bullet damage increases when you stand still. Damage bonus resets when you move. Actually, I didn't know about that. Okay, cool. So you kind of want to stand still. The most important part is that's good for summons, by the way, because summons are doing their thing. It's also good because it has a high damage, and summons usually scale off your bullet damage. So that's kind of what you want, even if the reload is a bit slow. It also scales well with things that trigger on your reload, obviously, because you're always reloading. So let's go with Diamond, let's go with the shotgun, and let's go. She looks like Rambo, she's fucking cool. And again, every red part is highlighting her, and the cursor, so that's amazing. So the shotgun actually has low range, but everything fucking dies, so it's amazing. So it actually shoots, it does 12 damage, which seems low, but it shoots 4 pellets at once, so it's great if you can double the pellets, which you'll see, which actually is coming up right here, because we already have double shot, which is kind of like what I really want right at the beginning. So only one projectile. This is kind of bad at the beginning, but when I unlock Fusillade, it will double my base projectiles, which will make my gun have, you know, I think 9. It's 8 total plus this one plus the double shot, so I'll have a total of 10 if I get there. Even if the bullet damage is low, everything will die, so don't worry about that. All right, double damage, sorry, double shot. And again, double shot isn't even that great for now. I think I just have the same DPS because I was doing 4 bullets of 12 and now I'm doing 5 bullets of 10. The important part is that I'm unlocking future updates or upgrades, sorry. Pew pew. It's way fun. I think this is way more fun than the revolver is just kind of shooting, sometimes they die. This is like you click and they fucking die. Also, because he has high HP, it allows me to be very on top of them. So it's okay if I get hit sometimes, it won't be big. Haste, again, I really like movement speed. But power shot is very hard to deny. Rapid fire isn't actually that great because I only have 2 bullets, so that's not amazing. I'll probably skip this one. What does it unlock? Siege? No, I'll skip this one, I think. It does have bouncing bullets though. But that's not a big deal because I think I'll want piercing. But again, I'll have to take Frost Mage again. I actually don't need Frost Mage in this character, I think. I just like it. But I've managed to finish the game with this combination of shotgun and diamond with just damage, and that's fine. But I feel like when it gets to the end, and I think you'll see the more chaotic parts. Alright, so for now, let's take power shot. Pew pew. This augmented my damage by a lot. Like 15 more damage total if I hit all the shells. I went from 10 per bullet to 13 per bullet, so that's pretty good. Pew pew. What I really like about this character is that I'm always getting the experience. I don't have to run around and go like, oh guys, okay, can you let me pick it up? Because guess what, they're not getting near me. Fanfire, again, this is important mostly because I want Fusillade. Okay, so don't think this is for me. Also Splinter, again, if I take the freeze, I'll probably take Splinter, but for now, just take Fanfire. Fanfire isn't great, especially with this short range. It's actually kind of terrible. It's only good if you get application of elements, which I don't have right now, and I'm not even sure if I'm going to have, but we'll see. Well, let's see how the run goes. Ooh. You die. Alright, thank you. What else? Split fire? Sure. I don't think I need this to access this one. I am not sure though. I've seen conflicting reports. For now, I kind of want reload rate. Again, she's always reloading, so that's kind of neat. Yeah. Yeah, let's go. Oh yeah, the reload is way faster. By the way, I forgot that if you hold the button, she'll shoot super fast. And it's the same for the other characters. I don't know why I keep shooting like like clicking each shot. But you should just hold it down because it is like the fastest possible shooting speed. I assume it's like once per frame or something. Okay. I kind of need some more damage. I'm still a bit weak. The shotgun is really good early, but I'm starting to get to the point where I actually need a little bit of je ne sais quoi. Okay, a little bit of help. Right, let's take a big shot. Pew, pew. Oh yeah, baby. That augmented my. This is the big shot I need. I think I just need some speed now. So I'm looking for Fusillade to get way more shots. But I'm also just looking for movement speed. Pew pew. Pew pew. Okay. Kinda need to go back. Yeah, I really need movement speed right now. I'm doing fine. Oh, got hit there. It's okay. I can take 4 more hits. I'll take Split Fire just to make sure that I unlock Fusillade. I'm not sure if you need both of them to unlock the final one. I've seen it happen, like where this just keeps happening, like I just keep getting Split Fire and not Fusillade. But I've also seen like taking one, showing up. So I'm not sure. It seems like there's something fucky there with the programming, or maybe I'm just, you know, just making a mistake. This is also good, but for now I just want Split Fire. Fusillade is kind of like the real priority here, okay? So it will take my damage like almost doubling, and then I can just focus on other things like speed. Good damage, good damage. Nice explodey boys over there. Excuse me. Let me through. Oh, boss here is probably not gonna last long, if I had to guess. I like Reaper rounds. Yeah, with Reaper rounds. Only 1 damage per bullet, but again, I'll take everything. The important part is the piercing. Okay, let's actually get this. Again, this is because I don't have a lot of movement speed. I keep neglecting the God, my damage went up by a lot just because I got Reaper rounds, which is piercing. So that allows me to actually not have the bullets like stop at the first one, because when they kill, they actually keep going. So that's amazing. All right, I'll take haste for now. Movement speed and fire rate. Yep. And let me take my free perk, Frost Mage. Ooh, oh yeah. I was just gonna get it, but hey, you know what? Thanks, and you'll see shit getting pretty wild, I think. Not yet, it's still a bit early. Alright. Rapid fire, fresh clip. Increase bullet damage after reloading. I think this is really good for me. I also really like run and gun. Let's take run and gun. Again, I really value movement speed in this game. Okay. I still don't know if these goddamn trees... Maybe the creator is a vegan or something, but I think the trees are immortal. They take damage. But I've never been able to kill one. To be fair, I haven't tried too much. I guess if I just keep shooting it, I'll find out. But they're very annoying because they... Like, the small area denial that they do is very annoying. Especially when you have... When you don't have piercing, so the bullets kind of gets stuck to them instead of going to the enemies that you want. Okay, another one, and Fusillade is here, and goodbye, guys. It's not even that powerful yet. It's just super fun. You can do like this and just destroy everything. And again, the game starts getting very fun very fast. There are other games where it gets fun, but you need a long time and you need just the right perks, and in this game you kind of make your own fun, and it takes like, I don't know, 5 minutes. The early game is fun, it's just, you know, bit basic. But it really highlights the fun that you can have with the game, which I'm very happy for. I really value just a fun experience, which is something that you might not see in a review. Oh, the game is fun, yeah, we know, but it's not like, you know, graphics, audio, gameplay. It's I guess it's gameplay, but most people don't highlight it a lot. So again, I think something that we should include is just it's fun. It I don't know, it triggers my dopamine. My happy chemicals go like, yeah, whenever something explodes. I'll take Splinter, but I'll eventually also take High Shards. Because, again, Freeze is going to be... I'm sorry if I'm always using Freeze. I feel like it's a very important one. I was honestly trying to not get it for this build. But then the game gave me for free. So I was like, yes. I guess I'm taking it. Also, this girl will be way more incredible when you see when you actually get our tome. So it will be a bit more impressive. Oof, oof. And again, we're starting the chain reactions. It's easy to get hit by this guy if you're not paying attention. It's kind of easy to dodge them in isolation. The problem is you have all of these boys around you trying to get my ass. That's pretty shitty. All right, so this time we're actually going to take fire rate. This is gonna pulp my damage a little bit, but that's fine. It also triples my base ammo, which makes it 6, so I'm always like with this fire rate. Okay, so the damage won't be very impressive, but again, this will be basically one of those movies. I forget the guy. I guess this joke would make more sense if I knew the guy where the doves come out whenever he shoots. All right. Oh my, yeah. It's not even that amazing. It's just fun. Okay, let's take Ice Shard to actually get to unlock Shatter and Frostbite. Again, I wasn't going to get it, but the game made me. It's really good though, so yeah. A lot of times I would just pair up the elementals all together in a build, but in this case it's kind of important for the end. You don't need to take it for this character, so I wasn't going to. I guess I could have said no, or just keep it at level 1. Okay. These eyes are very tanky, so they are deceptively tanky, especially when they do damage from afar. You'd think they wouldn't be super tanky, but they are, so you're wrong. Alright, let's go with Frostbite. Again, whenever they are frozen, they lose max HP. I'm basically guaranteed to freeze them with the amount of bullets that I'm sending out. So, yeah. And when we get Shatter, that's when things will get wild. I love this. So much fun. I wish there was a version of this where you didn't have to aim, just to make it a even more relaxed sort of gameplay style, but you know, it is what it is. I actually will take Electromage because I'm shooting super fast, so every 2 shots lightning will come down. It's not amazing, by the way, and the purpose of that is, for example, if I'm shooting here, it might like strike this guy, and okay, thanks, but you're not actually doing much by striking this guy like over here. Or fire rate. No, fire rate is fine. Let's go with just Electromage, just to be different. I'll do Electromage again later on my other builds, but for now. And again, lightning can actually become a bit substantive. The thing is, the perk by itself isn't amazing. You need kind of more investment. Okay, so the frost is amazing by itself, just for crowd control, and then the rest you get just for damage. But in case of the electricity, just because it should do something else, in my opinion, like make them slower or freeze up suddenly, I don't know. But because it's just damage, you kind of need to invest in it, so there will be other perks that will work with it. Alright, let's go with Shatter, and this is when... Yep, okay, yeah, that's when the game is over, basically. I think we'll be able to see kind of the craziness that I was actually talking about before when we get to 2 minutes, because she has short range, so it won't be like Shana and her trusty revolver. By the way, you don't need to, you can pair up characters with each weapon. I just pair them up like this, just kind of because, you know, Shana, you know, she's the first one, and then revolver is the first weapon. So that's kind of how I do it. Pyromage, sorry, I want to show you this one. Electrobug. Summon an Electrobug that calls down lightning to strike 2 nearby enemies. Again, this is mostly for a summon build, but I'm gonna take it just because, I don't know, everything else is kind of whatever. Actually, no, this isn't great for me. Yeah, sure, let's get a buddy, just to keep me company. It reminds me of my cat. What do you mean a bug reminds me of my cat? Look, I didn't think too much about it, okay? So don't shame me. I'm doing commentary while I'm playing, so things are not going to be perfect. And again, they can't get near me, which is amazing. So basically won the game. The game is not going to be harder than what it is right now. You just need to watch out, as long as the freeze is super important. I think it's very hard to understate, like how important the freeze is. I would be in very hard problems if the freeze wasn't here. Obviously I could take other things, but still. Alright, so when energized, when lightning strikes an enemy, there's a 20% chance to automatically refill 3 ammo. Remember, I do this, I guess only 2 of them matter, but I do at least 3 times per clip. and then the bug is also doing this, so it basically leads me to less reload times. I kind of want this though. Let's go with energize. I mean, the run is going fine. I don't need to get very precious about it. I basically won. It's just I feel like I'm gonna take damage just because I'm running too fast, which is something that happens a lot in Vampire Survivors. Electromastery or lightning damage is increased by 12. Increased lightning area of effect by 75%. So it gets, you know, the bolt actually does a little AoE around it. Sure, you know, let's go. I'm not sure if I'm gonna take Electro in other runs, so I guess this is your time to see it. I think Electro is a bit weak. And so is Burn, but Burn can still work. Okay, I love it when they group up and you just... They just fucking disintegrate. Imagine an unspeakable horror like the Lovecraftian like mythos creatures like Cthulhu and all of those. They come down and just a girl with a shotgun just like fucking freezing them. It must be embarrassing, must be sad. Alright, I want fresh clip. Bullet damage 40% after 1 second after reloading. This kind of doesn't work very well with the lightning auto reload or auto ammo refill, but it's kind of whatever by now. So again, we are fine. Okay, more experience. I don't even know why I'm thinking. I guess, you know, for score and for fun. By now I can just take whatever. Reload plus 10 plus ammo. Again, this works bad with the 30% damage after reload, but we'll take it. Pew, 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 pew. Oh my god, I keep shooting for so long. Oh, because of the lightning is actually also helping me reload more bullets. Yeah. So lightning as damage, I don't think it's very good, but it is good as a support if you are best firing. Kill clip, this is very good. You haven't seen it before, but increased reload rate by 5% for every enemy killed. This can go to pretty wild, like almost instant reloads. Okay, so it can go to like I'm not sure if 100 is possible, but it can go to like pew, just auto reload very fast. This one resets after reloading. So if you see my reload, it's like I'm not sure if it's non-existent, but it's pretty fast. So it's one of those perks that is so good that you can actually go there just to get that perk. Bit more damage, summon magic dagger. No. Let's go with, you know what? Let's go with vitality to get 7 hearts. Only 5 of those are filled in. I feel like I'll run into them because I'm just walking so fast. Alright, so I want to say something about the difficulty. The game might seem very easy, and it kind of is, but again, it's mostly because I already know what to take that is good. So you'll probably have some issues with when you first play. And another thing is that I will actually go into more dangerous runs from now on, because I'll be going into different builds, okay? So the game is very easy if you take the guaranteed, like, you know, I won't call them guaranteed, but like the very good and maybe even a little bit broken perks. But now I'm gonna take some more weird perks, okay? So I'm gonna do an elemental build with Scarlet. So again, Scarlet only has 2 HP, but on first shot throws out a wave of fire that burns enemies for 3 damage per second. So this is very, very good, because this shot, it doesn't say here, but this shot is very wide and it goes the whole screen and it pierces every enemy. Okay, so every enemy in front of her will be like on fire and fired. So flame cannon, again, shitty damage. So this is one of the few weapons where I actually don't want damage ups, because there's no point. Okay, I might want like piercing or how's it called, bounce bullets, something like that. But honestly, I just want to run around. One thing that is very, very important about Scarlet is she will tag enemies. I'll just show you as I play. She will tag enemies with fire, and then I'll just run around. So I think running is more important. So her playstyle is very different, in my opinion. I guess you don't have to play like this. I just think it's the more I don't know, effective way. And again, every first shot, she's now going to send one. This is good. It's very good. Okay, like enough for me to consider her as a. Even if you don't go with the flame cannon, I'm mostly using the cannon for thematic purpose. I don't think she needs to be paired up with this cannon, especially because one of the perks will be useless, which is set enemies on fire. But I kind of need it to get more burn damage, so it is actually like kind of garbage. Double shot could be a thing. Let's start with Pyromage. I don't have movement speed, so I guess we'll start with Pyromage. Movement speed is the most important one. So again, Pyromage is useless for her. Already got hit. Pretty cool. She can actually heal herself because the burn build is one of the few builds that can heal itself. So that's something that we're probably going to watch later. I really want movement speed. She's super slow. I don't know why her shots. This could be my feeling, but I think it's true. Whenever she shoots, she stays for a long time in this slowed mode. So I would have to go to the revolver and check. But I feel like the other ones kind of recover faster into just starting to run again. Okay, so I want movement speed. First things first. I might actually take vitality. Let's go with movement speed first. But I'm gonna take vitality because I want one more heart. Because again, she can heal herself later on. Okay. So again, the bullets don't do a lot of damage. So I just want to tag them with fire and run around. That's why running is very important. She struggles a little bit in the beginning for sure, and to the end. Mid-game, she is amazing. But it's gonna take a little bit to get there. She also has a really hard time killing bosses because she doesn't have a lot of on-demand damage. Okay, so you just kind of burn them and they just kind of run around. You're like, all right, they will eventually die, I think. I want to take vitality. Things are getting a bit dicey. I'll probably take double shot eventually. But okay. Again, knockback is important in this game. All right, so I shot the guy there just for him to step aside a little bit to give me some space. Boom. Ghost friend. Run again for sure. Intense burn is good. Intense burn. Yeah. So burn damage is basically my whole build. So that's why I took the other perk that was trash, just to enable this. Xbox enable. Sorry, the reference must be pretty obscure. But just to enable these three, alright? So sometimes, again, I take a perk, and the perk might seem trash or might not seem optimal, but again, I'm looking into the future build. And the Scarlet isn't very easy to play, at least with the current setup that I have. You can just play with a revolver and she's just a Shana with less HP, okay? And a little burny thing. But I feel like thematic, it's important to have fun in games, okay? So I'm not always thinking of, oh, this is the best way to play. For a starter, this is pretty good, and she definitely needs this. On every fourth shot, launches a fireball that deals 40 damage, so this is on-demand damage. It also scales well with, how's it called? Fire rate. So you might get a few upgrades. Fireball also inflicts burn into a large area, so it does an AoE thing. But the most important part is 40 damage. This is pretty good. Because again, she doesn't have a lot of on-demand damage and she needs this. And the most important thing is that I've now unlocked the final one, which will enable me to heal. So hopefully I can survive until then. I have 2 HP, so even if I make a mistake, I believe I probably won't make 2 until I unlock that and get my HP back. Yeah. So in this case, I don't have to always shoot, because again, it's kind of waiting for them to die. So just, just chill. Just Netflix and chill a little bit. Rapid fire is good. So all of these ones are kind of whatever. I could take rapid fire or I could take frost. And it's kind of annoying to take frost mage, but again, she needs this. She either needs this or she is going to run away a lot, which is also possible. I've won a run like that at the end where I just don't let them surround me. Which I could try, but I feel like I would probably lose. So we'll probably take frost mage, but I don't need it right now, so I'll just take rapid fire for now. I believe rapid fire also unlocks the rubber bullets, so that's something you might see in this build. rubber bullets are very... So usually either take piercing or rubber bullets. They are very important. Both of those are like, I consider them a must-have, but they don't work together. So you either take one or the other. I believe bouncy bullets have priority, but I might be wrong there. So soothing wand. So this enables me to actually heal myself. So whenever I inflict burn, there is this 0.5% chance to heal me for 1 HP. This seems very low, and it is. But you know, over the course of 10 minutes, it will happen several times. So just take it, and a lot of times you do in area. Sometimes I felt like it just takes forever, and sometimes I get like my HP instantly. So it kind of depends on where I'm at in the run. Very hard to play her though. I'm always, especially because she also has low HP, so it's not just the gameplay style, it's also like I need to be very careful. Huh? See, I already have my HP full. I don't know when it happened, but it did happen eventually. Alright, let's throw some fireballs over there. Fireballs are very good. Okay, so I know that everything else about this build is kind of weird, and it's 100% correct, but the bouncy bullets are actually amazing. So I want run and gun for sure. Okay, but frost mage is also good, so that will probably be one focus that I'll have eventually, a bit later. Okay. Okay, I want that chest. Give me the chest, Morty. Give me the chest. All right. It's so hard to clear like a specific area. It's easy to kill them and they'll die, but I want a specific area gone, and that is actually kind of problematic. So as you can see, even with my run speed, I feel like I don't have a very good... okay, got it. So what is it? Power... Look, I'm gonna have it, but it's complete garbage. Bullet damage is almost nothing. Knockback is good though. It's one of the few times where I'm like, actually knockback is more valuable than just damage. These unlocked these two, which is actually kind of bad, so maybe I shouldn't have taken it. But yeah. So another cool thing about this is that it can actually use blazing speed, and it will actually enable me to use Into the Wind, which is super movement speed, basically, okay? And bullet damage, but bullet damage again is not super important for this build. So blazing speed will actually make me run faster, but also have a fire nova around me and a trail, okay? What it doesn't say here, or it doesn't make it super clear, is that the fire nova. So I actually have a radius around me where everything is on fire. So I thought it was just the footprints, but again, you see that she do be on fire. She's named Scarlet, so I don't know if the parents actually approved this when she was born. Like, yeah, she's gonna be like kind of a pyromaniac, or if they were just like, I don't know, just call it, you know, a precious metal. Is it a metal? Probably a stone. Sorry, I am bad with stones. Something you don't hear every day. Oh! I got a lot of movement speed, so if I get hit, it's kind of my fault. At least for now, but it's kind of hard. I have also noticed myself being very greedy to this guy, because I get very frustrated by not being able to kill him. And again, even making them on fire just by passing through them is very good. Yeah. I kind of want fire rate. I kind of want a lot of things. Splinter is also good, again, because of the damage. It's getting to the time where Frost Mage is kind of important, though. Let's go with Splinter for now. Yep, alright, no. Do I need... Let's try and not have Frost Mage, okay? Just to be different. Or else you'll just see me win at this game with Frost Mage forever. But I'm not sure if things will be okay. But we'll try. If we die, it's not a big deal. I mean, it's not like this is not a championship, so it's gonna be fine. Oh my god, there's so much fire everywhere. It's kind of cool. By the way, there's no point, in case you're like, but Marco, why would you take... excuse me, repeating of course, why would you take fire with frost? There's actually no negative synergy between them. They can be on fire and also frozen, and there's, you know, it works. It just works, just like Todd Howard said. Rubber bullets. So this is one of the most important ones. You either take piercing or you take rubber bullets. In this case, I guess I'm gonna take rubber bullets. It also gives me more fire rate, and less bullet damage. So what does bouncy bullets do? So piercing, it keeps them going in front after they go through an enemy or they kill them. Bouncy bullets actually go and they bounce around. I know it's kind of like I'm just literally saying the word, but just so you understand the idea. So you know, I'm actually just taking multiple enemies at once. And when you're a bit more chaotic, like I am being, hey, hold on, things are a bit chaotic. All right, eventually I got hit there, but I already actually got my HP back, so you can see that this is actually kind of powerful. And I want fire rate. Yeah, already took bullet damage. The next one will be a summoning build. I'll try to do them again. I think it's not great, but we'll see. Some more of rage, fire rate 65, more spread, doesn't matter, triples my base ammo. I'll eventually maybe take double shots, so we'll see. Again, you have to understand that I do no damage with this. I'm doing 1 damage per bullet, so I just want to apply burn, and I guess everything's on fire, so I guess I'm doing it. The fire rate is very good. The fire rate is... so unlike freeze, burn does not have a chance, at least with this weapon, it does not have a chance of making them on fire. It always puts them on fire, okay? So I actually just want to spread in a more chaotic way the fire, and yeah, hopefully survive. I think piercing is a bit better, at least in this case. Sorry, I need to sneeze. Okay, sorry, apologies, I muted my mic. Hopefully that's not in the video if I didn't mess up. All right, giant, I don't need this. Let's just go with light bullets, or do I want double shot? Again, it's not like the bullet damage is doing anything bad. Yeah, let's go with double shot and then try some light bullets. I also want into the wind, which didn't show up yet, which is another movement speed thing. Yeah, so now one of the things that I like about this build is that, like, for example, I'm aiming there. The bullets are going all over the place because I have a very wide spread, so it's very random, and that's actually good in this case because I just want to spread. I'm not aiming to hit the guy in front of me. I'm just, you know, just fucking whatever, just, you know, just spread the chaos, I guess. By the way, we're getting to 2 minutes, so this is when I'll understand if the build survives or not. 2 minutes really is the break point of checking if you're going to survive or not. Okay? Into the wind, here it is. I also could take fanfire, but for now, into the wind, increase bullet damage and movement speed by 10%. Every 10 seconds, I don't get hit. Sorry, every 10 seconds. And then if I get hit, it resets, but it, you know, starts going up again. Bullet damage is nothing, but movement speed is important. As I told you, I like movement speed a lot in this build. She kind of needs something because her damage is kind of weird. Also, do her bullets go... Yeah, they don't actually. I was gonna say that they do go basically all screen, but they actually don't. So you see, as soon as it got to 2 minutes, yeah, okay. So this is why I was saying that I need fire. Sorry, the frost mage, but actually I don't. The only problem is I can just run and hopefully try to survive. I've done this in the past, and again, I'm always regenerating, so it's not a big deal. But I'm not getting experience, so I guess the next 2 minutes will be just like this. I will probably survive, but I don't feel this is how the game is meant to be played. But again, basically this means that I have an out, but I kind of need Frostfire. Something that I think the game needs a bit more work, but again, it's a demo, I understand, so don't feel like I'm being too negative. But it just needs a little bit more balancing. Some perks are amazing, and some builds are amazing, because you can actually do a build. You have so many choices that you can actually look for something specific. But then other builds are like a bit weak. Like the fire one, it's like, I'm sure it does a lot of damage. If you had like a damage tracker, I'm sure it would be very high. But the thing is, it doesn't... I can't survive this, so I can just, you know, run around. which is not a big deal, especially because I think I've healed like 10 damage by now. So I guess in a way I'm utilizing the fire, but it doesn't feel good to spend the last like minutes not dominating but just running away. But that's fine. I guess it's a different viewpoint of the game, and you can actually see for yourself. Everything's on fire. This would be kind of fun if they could die before they got to me. Again, I think like maybe it's the combination. Maybe I think Shana could also be played with another gun. I think it's the gun that is a bit weak. I love these shots though. Very pretty. Okay, so we won again, and now we are going to the last build. I just want to show you Hina a little bit quickly. I am very bad with this character slash weapon combination. She's good though, so don't think that I'm saying that she's bad. The thing is, she's super frail. It's very hard to win when I also do a summon build. All right, the summon build seems good, but again, it reaches that point at 2 minutes in the end where I'm like, things are not dying fast enough, okay? Because you really get surrounded. You need to kill things right now, and this has a big problem because she's killing people like around her, but not necessarily like one guy is coming through and you can't do anything. Okay, so let's see what we can do, at least to show you. I might not finish this one, or I might die. It's not that I don't want to finish. All right, so again, she looks fucking cool. So what apparently I didn't know is that, yeah, so when she... Oh, yeah, it goes up by 50%. That's a lot. So this weapon actually gets more damage when you actually stand still, which I guess is like she's aiming. So, by the way, I'm using the ability. The ability is amazing because it's a dash. It's not even... I'm like, the clone is good. And actually, I think it counts as a summon, so it actually gets bonuses from summon perks. But the most important part is she, you know, she does a dash, and no other character has a dash. I feel like this game could really use a dodge roll. Kind of like, I was actually surprised that it wasn't in the game when it's so action oriented. But yeah, all right, let's start. Ghost Friend. Ghost Friend kind of fucking sucks, but it looks like sperm, so that's kind of funny. So you know what? Get on board. So you might see he shoots, but he shoots very rarely, so you really need some investment to be good. Also, one thing about the crossbow is that it starts with 1 piercing. Okay, I still think it's... I don't want to call it a weak weapon, but it's just a bit harder than the other guys. Okay? Especially because a lot of times I keep forgetting that I have an amazing dash. All right, so in this game, I actually don't want double shot. Okay, and why is that? Because it lowers my damage, which means it will lower the damage of my my summons. Okay, so I want the highest damage. That's why you take the crossbow, and then you want everything that bursts up the damage, even if like reload is shit. It doesn't matter. Okay? And we are going to take light weapon, and this is one of the best summons in my opinion. It's pretty good. So the magic dagger goes around, kills everything, and then I'll get another dagger, and then I'll also get sight around me, and then daggers get even more powerful. So this is one of the best summons in the game. I could take this even if I wasn't playing with a summon build because I feel very good. So as you see, there he goes. So by the way, this clone strikes 3 times. Okay, so you can see it. By the way, it's in an area. I thought it was originally. I thought it was like with my gun, but no, it's in an area. So I can't tell if that's good. In one hand, it damages a lot of guys. On another hand, it's just it doesn't have range. So that's important. I really want some more damage because I want... It's interesting that I got both perks in the same. I really want high damage because I want my bolts to kill one guy every time they hit something. Okay, so that's very important. For now, let's just go with summon attack speed. I'm not sure if this... It just says summon, so I'm not sure if it just applies to the sperm or if it actually applies to the dagger as well. Because when you get to the tome, it also says summon attack speed. So let's see if the dagger is going nuts. I think it's kind of the same. I'm not sure though. I'll have to like check in the VOD. But regardless, obviously I'm doing a summon build, so it's very good. But it just struggles in the end, which is I think the downfall for this game. which is all that I'm doing is to survive the last 2 minutes. Alright, so I think this kind of sucks. If I can just not have it. But again, summon attack speed, that could be good. And summon damage. And again, I think this also affects the dagger. Because it doesn't say it's this summon, it says summons. Or summon. But the main important part is that it makes your ghost friend shoot towards where you aim, which actually I don't like. I kind of like it doing whatever. But yeah, let's say Kevin weapon is this makes a magic sight around me, and again it scales with my bullet damage. This is probably one of the most important ones, but again it's not enough to save me in the end, but we'll see. So there it goes. When I just need a bit more damage, because I need this to kill one guy every time it goes through. Now, I understand that this weapon has a lot of damage if you stand still, but it's kind of, you see, it's kind of impossible to do that and survive. Maybe not impossible. You see, it's like, I can't... Can I? No, it's too risky. Like, I need to keep... I understand, like, the mechanic is fun, but it's not... I don't think it's where it needs. Reload rate is very important with a crossbow, because you're always reloading, but at the same time I'm not going to invest in this, and the reason for that is that the tome that does more damage to summons actually lowers the reload rate, so I kind of want to ignore almost the crossbow and just focus on more guys. So we have double dagger, dual wield, summon a second magic dagger, so basically I have 2 of them, which is amazing because the dagger is the most reliable one. It just goes around, just fucking kills it, like whatever it wants. So there they go. And this really stacks up. I really need damage though. I feel like if they could just hit a guy every time they pass through, their effectiveness would be, and I feel like this is pretty obvious, but their effectiveness would go through the roof. One thing that I really dislike about this character is that I need to work a lot to get experience, because I'm not killing things near me. I need to always run around. Oh, there's an experience there. Oh. Right, sharpen does more summon damage. Again, I don't know if this means just the daggers or it also goes for the ghost friend, but very important regardless. I really think it affects everything, but I might be wrong. So they're starting to kill guys. No, not really. There's a guy still alive. They probably have 30 HP and they're doing 28 right now. By the way, something that I'm kind of glossing over is the ability. I said the ability is good, but I don't think you understand. You can dash almost every second, like every 2 seconds or something. It's actually incredible. God, I really am not getting the the damage one. All right, let's go with InSync. Just like the 90s band NSYNC. Not as good as the Backstreet Boys, of course. Maneuver a little bit. Trying to get 2 guys. Actually, it's kind of working now. Again, the problem is more towards the end. Trying to focus on the big boy. The daggers are just too good. They're actually getting to... Oh yeah, so that perk that does more damage to the... So I guess this kind of confirms that they were doing 28 damage and now they're doing 31, and I think it's because I took the perk for the ghost friend. That does more summon damage, so I think that kind of confirms in a way that it doesn't just affect the ghost friend. So this is what I want, just more damage. Knockback is cool too. I also want movement speed, but for now, you know, you have to prioritize. So again, this is not so much for the crossbow, it's mostly for the summons. Pyromage, sure, I'll take it, I guess. It's kind of bad because I think it unlocks 2 perks in the rotation, and I kind of want less perks in the rotation. But I think that's kind of overthinking. It's kind of like major optimization. Let's maybe not get into that too much, okay? If I die, I die. It's not a big deal. Just know that I've had a lot of experience with her. Yeah, bullet, big shot, amazing. So again, you see that it's actually coming here. Vengeful Ghost, summon damage plus 15, and Ghost Friend does more 2 additional bullets. Okay. So yeah, big shot. It's just, yeehaw! It's big shot in town. How's the other like WCW character? So with this Vengeful Sight, I can actually attempt. It's very risky though, and then I get Explodey Boys. I think like the game is not designed standing still, which is fine. I just feel like the crossbow needs some tweaking. Maybe it's mostly fine. I feel like it just needs a little. Maybe remove the. I don't know. I think it's good. Maybe just for people. The ability to get more damage if you stand still. I guess some people might like that. Even if I... Alright. I kind of want Electromage, and the reason for that is that I want Electrobug, which is another summon. I don't care about this, the other things, but yeah, even this one is terrible. I also kind of want Holy Shield. And maybe more HP. I think she's really frail, so I kind of need a lot. I might also want Splinter, because I have so much damage that this 10% is actually not nothing. It's actually something. And also I might want Reaper Bullets afterwards. Do I need Splinter to unlock? Again, it's... I don't know. With Electromage, we'll try to unlock Lightning Bug. Yep. So again, she also has a summon, so I think even her summon is affected by the summon build. Especially because, for example, when I do it, she's doing 55 damage in an area, and I think that's because she has a lot of... Because I'm only doing 42. And it's basically she's doing my damage. So I think the rest is just because of the summon damage bonus. And now things are going to be a bit wild when I actually get the thing. It's kind of hard to get this guy. Or is it? It's really not going that bad. Reaper Bullets. Okay, so I can confirm you don't need Splinter, so you only need one. All right, so maybe there's a rule like you only need the right one. I'm not sure, but I guess here you don't need it. So again, just more damage, more piercing is also good. I also want Vengeful Ghost, but for now let's just get this, especially because I think it's rarer to get that one, because there's more like similar things in rotation. All right, trying to get her. I know I call it her. Trying to get it with the, I guess calling it 8 is even more. Oh my god, I didn't dodge. I clicked the button, but I didn't press the direction, so I just produced the ghost, but didn't actually dash. That was 100% my fault, so. Wait. It's very hard to dash into an enemy. That's not the game's fault. It's just, I'm just not used to it. Because the other characters do not have this. Alright. Actually get it. And Tome of Summoning. So we go experimented with the 3 tomes. Summon damage, summon attack speed, which is actually one of the best things. And reload rate goes down, which is, again, bad, but right. She's doing the twirly thing for a little bit longer. It's actually very annoying now that I have it. Wow. Tense burn? No. However, it could unlock the heal. But I don't have enough, I think. Let's go with haste. I want HP, by the way. So either Holy Shield. Either Holy Shield or just HP. Okay, if I stand still, does it make... Yeah, but then I have guys taking... I keep trying to make it work, but it's just I don't think it does. Okay. The summon attack speed also affected my sight, which is very, very good. I just noticed. I guess I can just do this and kill guys with... If I just keep an eye on the sight's location. Alright, Electrobug, so this is the final summon. And that's it. I might also take Blazing Speed, I'm not sure. Blazing Speed isn't amazing. I guess it would allow... Oh, but that's a movement speed perk. I thought it was burn perk, but it's actually not. So one thing that I really like to see about this game is just maybe getting some more synergies that are actual synergies. So for example, maybe Blazing Speed, instead of being in the tree of the movement speed, maybe it could be like a mix of movement speed and the burn one, but maybe I'm thinking too much about it. I think the game is fine, so I'm also like just being kind of a weirdo. Alright, let's take run and gun. It's actually not a big deal because she only shoots one bolt and then she's always reloading, basically. But I really want this experience. And again, we are getting to the time where probably not gonna make it, boys. And again, I don't know. Maybe. I don't think these summons are doing enough. I can try to dodge again and just run away. But I have a big problem, which is I only have 1 HP and I don't have a way to heal myself this time. So I kind of just please give me experience. Holy shield, yeah, I need holy shield. Vengeful Ghost, really good. Let's go with holy shield. It's only 1 hit because it regens every 2 minutes, so I don't think I'm gonna make it to 2 minutes. As soon as I say that, I get surrounded. Look at this. So I feel like, oh no, there's no fucking way. Okay, okay. All right, let's make a run for it. The thing is, I'm doing good damage, so that's the bad part about this final. I think it could be scaled down a little bit more. Yeah, and then I died. That was my fault, by the way. I think this hit was really bad. But yeah, as I said, I think it's the 4th time I try this build. And maybe I just shouldn't. So maybe I should just take, you know, Frost again and just be, you know, kind of summon and kind of standard build. So I guess that's my fault. But again, I feel like I would like the summon build to be able to work by itself, and maybe it does and I'm just bad at it. I completely accept that answer, by the way. Right, so that's 10 minutes till dawn. I keep calling it 10 minutes till midnight, so I'm sorry if I said that. I'm sorry, Flan, you did an amazing job. I hope to see the next game. The game is free, guys. You should check it out. It's in the description. And by the way, guys, if you liked it, you know, share, like the video, comment, hit the bell. You know all of this shit. You see YouTubers, okay?